Hi, my name is Doug. Welcome to Emerald Hill Skies. We're located on the outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky, and it is late at night. As I make this recording, it's about 2:52 a.m. But I've gotten my RASA 11 finally kind of tuned up after, experiencing several hiccups with some of the cables and hardware, and I'm just excited to be able to share some of the progress with you. In the lower frame of this view, you can see the RASA 11. It's mounted there on a CEM 70, an Ioptron CEM 70G mount. We're using a ZWO ASI 2600 MC Pro camera. Right up here at the top is a little I guess you call it a security camera. It's a WISE 3, and you can see how it's mounted to basically look in the direction of the scope. And this is the view on top, on the top frame. This is the view of that scope. So it's kind of fun to be able to see. So again, this is the RASA 11, the security camera here, and this is the view that we're seeing on the upper frame from that little security camera there. It's kind of an exciting night for me because I began this journey roughly a year ago, December, January, and I really had very little experience in amateur astronomy. I started out with this astro planner, and I picked out objects. Here's an example, the Rosette Nebula. And I thought I would show you a picture that I snapped of the Rosette Nebula. And this was done on, let me get this straight here, January 22nd, just earlier here in 2021. When I shared the picture with a couple of friends on cloudy nights, here is the, I'll actually show you the picture of it. When I shared the picture with a couple of friends on cloudy nights, they kind of just grimaced in a way. Same on Facebook in a group that I'm in associated with the RASA telescopes. And at the time, I had very little experience, and I really didn't understand why. Boy, I look at it now and I just think there are basically two colors here. It's gaudy reddish orange and poor white. You can see the brushing here of some bluish stuff that's really not supposed to be in the picture. There are very few blues like this up in the night sky. Look how these little trails of dark nebula aren't very dark. And look how everything's just kind of, out of focus and ugly. And at the time, I don't think it really hurt my feelings as much as it did just kind of disappoint me. I could see in Stellarium, planetarium programs like Stellarium, what the nebula was supposed to look like, but I just couldn't make it look like that in my own telescope view. Again, this is Stellarium. It's an application that shows you the night sky, and so you can kind of get a picture of where the Rosette Nebula is. You can see it's just kind of off from Orion here. So if you look at those three belt stars of Orion, you could kind of jump out here from, what would this be called, Betelgeuse or Betelgeuse. You could kind of see where the Rosette Nebula is, and I was kind of glad for that. But boy, it was never quite what I thought it should be. So I'm happy to share with you now tonight this area of nebulosity, the way I think it maybe should have been viewed, whatever that was, 9 or 10 months ago. This is a bunch of 30-second exposures, all sort of averaged together. And yes, it's true, I've been letting it run for a few minutes here, 25 minutes to be exact. But the one that I showed you a while ago was basically the same length. It was 2,850 seconds. Let me just do the math on that real quick. I'm not really good enough to do all that math. Let's get a calculator. Here we go. 2,850 divided by 60. That's 47 minutes. And, you know, while I've been getting this live stream ready, here's the tonight's view. And it's, while I've been getting this live stream ready, I admit 26 minutes have ticked by. But just look, I'm going to zero in now in some of the, get a closer view of this. Let's go up to about maybe 66%. Look at the way this dark nebula works now. This is the way it should look. This is like soot and dust and ashes that are in the way of us seeing these hydrogen alpha clouds that are back in behind that dark nebula. So really, this dark soot that we're looking at here, it's kind of blocking the view of the hydrogen alpha. Now, look at the way we've got different shades of reds and pinks, and look at this cluster in the middle. I think this cluster is what, NGC 2240 or something. Let me make sure I get that right. 2244 is that cluster in the middle, and it is really the cluster of stars that is exciting the Rosette Nebula. It's that hydrogen H2 region in this giant molecular cloud here in Monoceros constellation. This entire cloud, you could use NGC 2237 to be able to see this whole nebula. As we maybe zoom in a little closer, look at the way all of this nebula is just a collection of different formations. It's like if you were in a cave, you would be able to see these. Look at these fingertips, these different inlets of dark soot against the pinks and the reds. And look at those beautiful, beautiful stars. There's a hot pixel there in the middle of all this to add some interesting nature. But look at the way now we've got different hues of reds here. And I'm really excited about the look of this, but I'm also excited about the way you can see, I hope, the progress. Again, I want to show you, this was January 22nd, and this is tonight, December 4th. It's just so many points of light there, so many beautiful stars that are all round pinpoints of light. And I just kind of had to celebrate tonight the progress that can be made in this hobby in a matter of, what is that, between January 22nd and December, about 10 or 11 months. Thank you for putting up with all of those months in between, and thank you for tuning in tonight to be able to see this live stream. And we're glad that you chose to be on this journey. If you like this kind of content, would you perhaps click a thumbs up and maybe subscribe? If you'd like to be alerted, hit that bell, and that way you can be alerted to this content, and it also helps others find Emerald Hill Skies. Thanks a lot for being a part of this, and have a great evening wherever you are in the world. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. Good night.